Hey everyone, welcome back to video series of Firebase database and ESP8266. This is the part 2 where I am going to explain you how you could fetch your data from your Firebase database account to ESP8266. But before continue with this video, I am suggesting you to watch my previous video because my previous video contains the basic setup of Firebase database and ESP8266. So let's get started. So this is the Firebase console as I have mentioned on my previous video. So the basic thing you need to do that is just copy this link and paste this into a notepad and then go to the settings, users and permissions, and then service accounts. So here you will find your database secrets, but I am suggesting you to not to share with anyone because anyone have that secret can access your account. So I'm not showing you, so just copy and paste this on the same notebook. So you have the link of your Firebase database and also the secret key of the database account. So just keep it safe in your notebook. Now let's go to the Arduino IDE to do the NodeMCU programming. So this is the Arduino IDE. Now let's start our program. So this is every Arduino IDE contains two setups. That is setup function and loop function. In our setup function we need to set up our environments, and in our loop function we need to write our main codes. So let's start writing our code. So we need to attach our libraries before we could start it. So here I am using ESP8266 Wi-Fi.h and Firebase ESP8266.h. The installation of these two libraries is already mentioned in my previous video, so please keep watching. Now we need to set up our Wi-Fi password and SSD. So I define my Wi-Fi variable as Wi-Fi SSID, and in my case my Wi-Fi SSID is Joydeep. Okay, then I need to define my Wi-Fi password. In my case password is okay. Now I need to define our Firebase database authentications. So define Firebase host. Here you need to put your link that you have copy and paste before in your notepad. So just put it. In my case it is this, so I am copying and copy and paste. Now define the Firebase host and now Firebase authentication. So define as define Firebase. Now you need to put your secret key. In my case that is this, so I am putting this. And now let's write the Firebase database. So Firebase data, I'm calling the Firebase data object and assigning it to the new variable that is Firebase data. Okay, so now this is done, and now we need to do our setup. So to begin our setup, we need to access our Wi-Fi. So let's serial begin. If you don't know Arduino programming, don't worry about that. I will explain it. Now let me copy paste my all of my code. Okay, so this is the setup part. So here you can see I am beginning the baud rate, that is 115200 in NodeMCU case, and then I am beginning the Wi-Fi and providing the Wi-Fi dot begin function with our SSD and password. Now here I am printing our Wi-Fi IP address in our serial monitor. So whenever we run the serial monitor, it is get connected and printed our IP. Now I am beginning the Firebase database by providing the hosting and authentication key. Then I am set up the read timeout so that our database could read out truly. Then I am define our pin mode. So in my case, I am controlling our built-in LED, which is being provided by NodeMCU. So we don't need to additional LED setup to control, because I am just showing you my project to control your database and NodeMCU. So I am using LED built-in as an output. Now let's set up the loop void loop console, and now create if Firebase dot get. So I'm getting the integer, so Firebase dot get int, and the data will be passed, that is Firebase data, and set up the path. If you watched my previous video, I was saying that the value and status which we have created in our Firebase database, the name should be same. So here I am passing the path, that is value. So provide the value. Okay, so now here we could get access our database through this path. Okay, now in if statement we have to assign our value in a variable. So let's declare a variable val. Okay, then assign it. So our value is stored in Firebase data dot int data. Okay, so now your value will be stored in val variable. Okay, now set up the condition if val equals to 1, then digital write. Digital write is used to get control about the digital pins in our NodeMCU or in our Arduino. So in my case, I am using LED built-in, so we don't need to attach any kind of pin setup. So just write it LED built-in, comma, and it will be low because LED built-in is will come up with some function that is low version. So whenever you use your own setup and own pin, that then it could be high. Okay, so now let's print this status on our serial monitor, that is LED is on. Okay, now in else part we'll just set up a second condition, that is digital write LED built-in high, print LED is off. You might be confused about that. I'm setting up here low and LED is on, and here high and then LED is off. But in my case I'm using LED built-in. So LED built-in is come of some features with low. So we need to set low condition when we want to on our LED. Okay. But if you use additional LED external from your external pins, then you need to set this high, and in else condition you need to set low. Okay. Now provide the delay, because we don't need to do that in every second. We need to provide a delay. So in my case I am passing 1000 millisecond. Remember this, in delay function we pass the time in millisecond. Okay. So all set. Okay. Now you need to connect your node MCU. Okay. As you can see that I am connecting on my node MCU to my serial port of my laptop. So it is connected. So after connecting this, go to the tools and set up the port. In my case this is COM3, so I am setting up this COM3. Don't forget to setting up the port, because it is important to send your data to the serial port. Okay. After the setup you have to save your code. So I am saving it. So it is part 2. Okay. So I have saved this. Now let's upload it. So as you can see that it is uploading. It takes some time, so I am forwarding this step. When uploading has been done, go to the serial monitor and wait for the connection. Okay, so now this is connected. You can see LED is turned off because in my database I have set it to the 0. Now let's change the database and see what happens. So I'm not touching the status because it is the Android part, so I will explain it in my next video. So let's change the value and see what happens in your serial monitor. Okay, so now I am changing the value to the 1 and enter. So you can see LED is getting turned on, and here we get LED is on, LED is on. Okay, so now let's change 0. Now you can see LED is getting turned off, again 1 on. So that's it for now. In my next video I will explain the front end part, so where I will using Android Studio and set up an Android app to control your LED through your app. For now I am changing it to 0 back, so LED is turned off. So that's it. Thank you for watching this video.